Hi, so I'm making today's video for all of the YouTubers, Springwood Slasher Forum members, silicone mask addicts, silicone mask sickos, and the silicone mask communities on Facebook, on those pages. It's me again, Vinny, aka A Dark Nightmare Movie on the Springwood Slasher Forum, and today I have a bunch of goodies that I just received from Belgium from my good friend Werner, including the Werner Burner Part 3 silicone Freddy style mask. So let's check them out together, okay? First I want to start off by saying that this sweater I'm wearing right now is actually the Mondo T sweater, and my awesome wife bought it for me for Christmas this year. And it's not a Margaret sweater, but it's really not bad at all given the price point. It's nice and thick and very comfortable, and I'm having a hard time bringing myself to weather it, so I think I may weather up one of my old first generation Hot Topic sweaters instead. Okay, let's talk about some of the stuff I got. So I was really happy because in the mail the other day came my new Werner Burner Part 3, which is number 2 of only 2 produced, and it doesn't look like he'll be making any more, so I'm just really excited to have it. With it came a custom head form that he made out of foam that is exact to the measurements of the core used for the mask, so the mask fits excellent on it, and I'm really happy with that. And also he gave me a Part 3 hybrid hat, and I say hybrid because I don't think there's too much weathering on the Part 3 hats, but this one has some weathering to it. I personally was looking for a hat that I could wear and mix and match with more of my Freddy costumes, to go with my Part 6 mask, to go with this Part 3, and I actually have a new mask on its way, which I'll share with you guys soon. But I wanted one that I could wear with any Freddy costume, so and I didn't want a band on it, so it's like a Part 3 hybrid. So I think I'll show you guys all the pieces together, and then we'll talk about them separately. Okay, so what we are looking at here, guys, is the new Werner Burner Part 3 on its custom head form with the hybrid Part 3 hat that I just got. And I love this mask. I think it's excellent. The paint job is superb. I'm very pleased with the hat, and the head form makes everything great because what I'll eventually do is get some acrylic eyes and install those, or some glass eyes and install those. I haven't made up my mind yet. Probably Tech Optics. And then I will have a really awesome Freddy Krueger bust. So what I want to do is go over details of each of the parts of what I received. And I guess we should start with the mask. So for the first series of Werner masks, we had a lot of criticisms, critiques, complaints, and also some really good positive feedback on things that people liked, things people didn't like, and things that would take his masks to the next level. So a lot of those things were addressed with this new guy. First thing being that it has a longer bib, which everyone all agreed needed to be done with the first generation of masks. So this one has a significantly longer bib. You can see here it has the signature from Werner himself, and if anyone is interested, he is known as Prop Maker on Facebook, so you guys can check him out. And the Prop Maker page incorporates all of the other things he's working on. He's working on something really cool right now, which I don't want to disclose till it's out, but it is not Freddy related, but it is horror related. Okay, the next thing that people commented on a lot was the eye fit, that the eye holes were obviously too big. Most people don't want to put makeup on. I understand that. I don't have an issue putting makeup on my Part 6 and things like that. I actually don't mind it at all, but I understand a lot of people buying silicone masks do not want to have to do that. So on this guy, the eye fit, you'll see when I put it on, is actually awesome. These are really, really tight. Okay, I'm going to try and spin the mask around in focus. My camera's been a little funny, so hopefully it stays. But I want to just stick to some of the facts about this guy. So this is a very small core. I don't know that it would work for anyone with a larger head. I have a pretty average size head. I wear a 7 1/4 fitted cap, so it's pretty average. I don't have a very large head. I do have a bigger face, and you can kind of tell when I have the mask on. The mask is painted with some of the most high quality silicone paints you can buy. And because of all these intricate little details in this sculpt, it takes an exceptionally long time to paint. Also important to note that Werner does not airbrush any of his stuff. So every item is painted by hand. Furthermore, he does not use a 2-part mold. He has a very specific method that he uses to make his masks. You can see all these great details, and I'm hoping that the camera picks up on a lot of these. It's got great vein work, like behind the ears here, and on the neck. So it takes a very long time for him to paint these. And then, this is a great vein, and then when he's done painting, well, when he was done painting this particular mask and the first release of this mask, which is his own personal one, what he did was he went over it with a very specialized makeup product to touch up all darker spots, so to bring like a matte finished darkness around the eyes, because the mask is a semi-gloss finish, but if you're making a whole coat semi-glossed and then you semi-gloss around the eyes, it actually loses a lot of the realism and effect. So you want the eyes to be a little bit darker, starting to sink in, and then also you want them matte. So a lot of that makeup for final detail is done after the final coats are put on and things like that. Also, this guy's got really good lip cupping. He built in lip cupping here. You can kind of see it when it sits on the head form because it sticks out a bit. It's tuckable, but I don't mind it. And it is mesh reinforced in the eyes and the mouth, all the areas where stress would act. And I would say that when this guy is on, it doesn't look like a silicone mask. It looks much more like you are wearing prosthetic makeup, just because of the thickness / thinness of the mask, and because of just the way it's sculpted. I mean, it looks so much, especially on this head form, it looks so much like Robert in makeup for part 3, which is up there with my favorite movie, and between part 3 and 4 are definitely what most of us consider the classic Freddy Krueger look. So I'm hoping that this is all staying in focus and you guys can see it as I spin it. I will put the mask on for you guys, but I do want to be able to show you the other parts. So next up, as I said, I want to be able to talk about the new hat that I received. And again, it's like a hybrid hat, a part 3 hybrid that I can use for more of my costumes. And that was the whole point for me. Put it on Freddy here. And I think it looks excellent. It has great weathering. The shape is pretty spot on. And I'm actually really pleased with it. When I first got it, I wasn't sure how I liked it. And then after putting it on and leaving it on the head form and seeing how it looks when it's out and about and sitting on this form, I really like it. It's a really high quality, 100% wool, handmade hat. And I mean, the bend is great. The weathering, and I don't know if the camera's picking all of it up, is awesome. Got some real like burnt marks here and divots on the sides. It looks like it was actually scorched on either side here. It's a great hat. And I know there's a lot of great hat makers out there, and I know that there are some really excellent hat makers right on the forum itself, and I don't discredit any of you guys. But Werner and I have a great relationship, and he was willing to make a hat for me, and I didn't have a very good, very high quality hat that had any weathering or an appropriate bend in it, so I was happy to get this one. And then again, guys, the last part I got was this awesome head form. I mean, you can see it sitting on the head form, the mask, and it's just really cool because it's a really flexible foam, and it kind of makes it look more real being on such a flexible piece. It really does look like it's alive, you know? So, I do have one correction, guys. I made an error before. Werner's Facebook page is not Prop Maker, it's Prop Creations, and that is his overall company. So the Werner Burner line is just one line. That's the Freddy-esque line in the Prop Creations umbrella company. And as I said, again, he's working on something new, and I am happy to share that with you guys as soon as he's ready for me to do that. So I think the only thing left to do is to show you guys some shots of me in the mask, and of course the really cool hat. Alright guys, thanks so much. Comment below, and all you guys on the forum, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks again.